As an attorney, you're probably thinking right now, I need more leads, right? This is what everybody always wants. This is what everybody always promises is we'll get you 1,000 leads a day. But the reality is a lot of firms don't understand the implications of getting that many leads and what it's gonna do to bog down their business. I wanna tell you two stories that are gonna illustrate this point perfectly. So one firm that we work with is a criminal firm, and the first 2 weeks that we advertised with them, we generated them 150 leads, right? And generally when we advertise for people, we tend to slow play things because it usually exposes problems when they have an influx of leads. But we wanted to put the pedal to the metal, right? We can easily handle 150 leads. And in that 2 week time frame, we closed, I think, one client, right? They got one client out of 150 leads, which I don't have to tell you is a very, very sad closing rate. Now, the next thing we did is we advised them, look, let's dial this back a little bit. Let's just get a nice steady trickle of leads. Let's establish our KPIs. And once we've hit our closing rate KPIs, then we can scale to the moon and everybody will live happily ever after. So the next week, we got 9 leads. Not nearly as exciting, right? But they closed 3 clients off of those 9 leads. So you're dealing with a sub 1% closing rate versus a 33% closing rate. Now, as far as revenue generation, that is a giant increase in revenue generation off of a tiny amount of spend because they didn't get bombarded with leads. Now, what tends to happen with that many leads coming into a firm if you don't have the systems in place and the staff is agents will cherry pick leads or they won't follow up because they get bombarded and they get buried too quick. And then you start to have leads falling through the cracks. Again, you're not gonna follow up with 150 leads if you're one person in a 2 week time frame. It's a lot of leads, especially if you're doing the job that you need to do with following up with these leads. So again, when companies tell you you need 1,000 leads or 2,000 leads, you wanna make sure you have the infrastructure for those leads. Now, let me tell you about another company who has leads coming in nationwide, all kinds of leads. They get over 1,000 leads a month with their organic reach and all that fun stuff. The problem is not all of these leads are quality. Now they have to have a massive intake team work all of these leads and sift through a bunch of crappy leads to get to the good ones. So again, you want to be careful when you're scaling your marketing or you're looking for more leads. Be sure that the leads that you're getting are quality. You've established your closing rates, you've established your metrics, and then you can scale. The easy part is scaling, the fun part is scaling. The hard part is getting those metrics down before you actually get into those massive spends and those massive lead budgets. And again, when you're wishing for more leads, make sure you understand how many leads you actually need before you go and spend a ton of money on leads that will bog down your system. I'll see you in the next video.